How you doing, everybody? This is Solar Eclipse, Big Steph. Today, I want to talk about uh, the borough of Queens, New York, and why I think it is arguably the best borough in New York, especially being that I was born and raised in Queens, New York. You know, Queens, you could live there and literally not even go to the city or go to Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? You could live there and literally not go to Manhattan. I mean, Manhattan is like a must go though, being in New York. But everything is in Queens, especially in the neighborhood that you're in. You know, and I used to live in Corona. You know, lived in Left Rack, lived in Sherwood, all all right next to each other. And that neighborhood in particular is probably arguably one of the most convenient neighborhoods in Queens. And yeah, you could literally live in Queens and not even go to Manhattan. If once you don't have a job there, you know, you could literally live in Queens and not go to Manhattan. Um, I remember I went to go and live in Queens recently, and the entire time I was there, I think I only went to Manhattan once. Literally only once. You know, malls are in Queens. Um, parks, everything's in Queens. You know, when I was living in Left Rack City, we got a mall literally right next to the apartment complex, Queens Center Mall. So everything is there. You got McDonald's like right across the street, Popeyes right across the street. You know, everything's right there. But so many New Yorkers are moving out of New York now in general because the rent is so high now. The rent is so high. You know, so it's like most New Yorkers are moving to New Jersey. That's where I'm at now. I'm in Jersey. You know, most New Yorkers are moving to New Jersey. You know. So that's it. So many New Yorkers moving to New Jersey, and Queens is arguably the best borough, in my opinion, compared to Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, Manhattan. Um, you could live in Queens. Queens is like a whole. I could say it's a state of its own. The place is huge. You got Jamaica, you got Corona, you got Flushing, you got Richmond Hill, you got Rosedale, Rockdale, you got College Point, you got Baisley. I mean, you got Queensbridge. You know, Queensbridge, yeah, is there. Part of Long Island City. You got Astoria. You got Elmhurst, East Elmhurst. You got Fresh Meadows Park, South Ozone Park. You got so many neighborhoods, man. So many neighborhoods. Far Rockaway, Woodside. I can go on and on. Queens is huge. So, definitely gotta represent for the borough. Queens is arguably the best borough in my opinion. I mean, I guess it just comes from the fact that I was born and raised in Queens. But for those out there that were born and raised in other boroughs, you probably rep those other boroughs, whether it be Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, or Staten Island. But I'm going with Queens, and Queens is the borough. You know what I'm saying? Queens Center Mall. You know, um, it's great. Everything is literally right there. Regal Park, got that mall, Regal Park Mall. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the certain areas I used to love to go to. The Lost Battalion. You know, um, you know, yeah. So, to all my Queens people, represent, represent, represent. Let's be proud to be from Queens. Let's represent Queens. And even if we move out of Queens and go and live somewhere else, let's not forget where we come from, where we grew up, where we were born and raised. Queens for life. Solar Eclipse, signing out. Peace.